Hi everyone, it's Xiao's here. This is the first part of assembling the x-axis. In the manual, it's the third chapter. If you look at the cover page of the manual, you can see some parts, they are the color of some 3D printed parts. The color is orange. The option I selected is all black, hence all the 3D printed parts are black. So what I'm doing here is to prepare the holder for the rods in the x direction. That means is the direction perpendicular to the y-axis. So the y-axis is, as you can see here, is already assembled in the frame. Okay, so this part is basically perpendicular to that axis. Again, this is not a trivial process. You need to install four bearings and basically 2 bearings into each of the 3D printed parts shown here, but you have to install them in a way such that they the 2 bearings that align in one axis, they have to be certain angle apart. So which is difficult because the 3D printing parts is very tight. It's actually quite hard to push the bearing into those holes, and then on top of that, you have the difficulty to insert them at a certain angle, and which is very hard. And then on top of that, you have to install another bearing that's in an angle that is at a, I think, 45 degrees angle, deviate from the first one. So it's not easy. And in the manual, they just say insert those bearings into the hole. I found it really hard to do because they are very tight. And after some thought, I was thinking maybe the best way to do it is to use the cap of a ball pen. So basically use the, on the ball pen, the cap, it has like a toothpaste, a plastic stick. So you use that one to push the bearing into the hole, or if you did not insert them correctly, you can also use the cap to remove the bearing out and then reinsert them again. So I found that really useful. So I put those bearings on top of paper towel because they were contained in separate plastic bags, and inside the plastic bag is filled with lubricant, so it's quite oily. Yeah, as I said earlier, if you use the tip I gave, use a cap of a ball pen, then this step is not that hard. You just need to you might need to try it to do several times to I finally align the 2 bearings at a certain angle. And once you do that, then you tighten up the screws, and then that's fine. That's not, then you will not be very hard. Okay. Yeah, in the video, because I was doing the assembly away from the desk, it doesn't, it didn't film record, it didn't record what I was doing right now. I guess what I was doing at that time is just to try to insert the bearing at a certain angle, and I guess I couldn't get that right, and then I tried to put it out and then put it in again, and again and again until they are aligned. Yeah. So it took a while. Yeah, as I said in my earlier videos, yeah, I recommend that if you don't have the time and patience, I recommend, in that case, I would say it's better to buy the assembled 3D printer and not to try to do it, not to buy the kits and then assemble the kit yourself, because it would take a lot of time for you to do that. That's, if you don't have the time, then it's not worth it. I guess the um, one of the advantage of assembling the kit yourself is, first is you learn how the 3D printer works by going through all the details. Second is that I guess you can learn some of the techniques used in designing this printer. Okay, maybe you can develop some other stuffs that basically copying the techniques used here. So I think that those are the advantages, okay, of try to do it yourself. Okay. Yeah, I remember here I was using the Allen key as a hammerhead and used the handle of the screwdriver as the hammer, but I damaged the nuts. Inside that nut, it has a plastic ring. I damaged that ring. I mean, which is not good. I guess it was not a big deal, but anyhow, I took that damaged nut out and then replaced with a spare one. Okay, so you do need to be careful if you use that technique. Try not to damage the nut, okay, or any other parts. Okay. Yeah, I thought you can push the nuts all the way into that plastic hole, but actually I couldn't. Okay, guys, and that's the end of this part. I see you guys in the next part. Cheers.